Good morning, web spiders. Oh my gosh, welcome back to the web. I haven't seen a lot of you since last year. It's been a long time. So hopefully you had a great break. Hopefully you entered the building today in the green zone, ready to work, ready to learn, ready to grow and stretch that brain. I know I'm in the green zone, so that's awesome. I want to do all of our January birthdays so far. So if you had a birthday in January before we came back to school, we'll start there. So on January 3rd, Landon McClish from Mrs. Schott's room had a birthday. And on January 4th, Chloe Graham from Mrs. Kinsey's room had a birthday. Eric Tanner from Miss Lazelle's room also had a birthday on January 4th. Madeline Morrow from Mrs. Comerford's room had a birthday on January 6th. Aiden Taylor from Mrs. Bingham's room had a birthday on January 6th. And Zach Gerucci from Mrs. Bingham's class had a birthday yesterday as well, so on January 7th. Today, Colton Hounshell from Mrs. David's room has a birthday. And today, in preschool, Braden Lovins has a birthday. So there you go. Happy birthday so far in the web. Let's check all of our staff birthdays. I did my staff list. Here we go. And so far in the month of January, Mrs. Miller had a birthday on January 3rd. Mrs. Little had a birthday on January 4th. And Mrs. Taylor had a birthday on January 5th. So happy birthday to all of our web spiders. We are starting a brand new character trait called perseverance. And perseverance is the act or power of continuing to do something even though it's hard. So when something's hard, instead of giving up, we keep going. The word grit, G-R-I-T-T, is a synonym for perseverance, which means it means almost the same thing. So I'm going to show you a little acronym for grit. G-R-I-T, grit. Give it your best. Redo if needed. Ignore negatives. And take your time. So to persevere, if you follow these tips in the word grit, give it your best. Redo if needed. You know, you don't always get it perfect the first time. Sometimes we have to redo it, okay? Ignore the negatives, okay? You might have done it wrong. That's okay. And then take your time. So I'm going to challenge you because even kindergarten can show perseverance. They can develop grit. Kindergarten, when you wrote your name this morning, was it the best that you could write? After announcements, look at your paper. Do you need to erase and do it again? Make it your best. First grade, if you don't get all of your spelling words correct, you got to do something differently to study them so that you get better, okay? But second grade, third grade, fourth grade, in everything that you do, check to make sure that you gave it your best. Redo it if necessary to make it better. Ignore any negatives, and please, please, please take your time. This isn't a race. School isn't a race. The only time we really race is when we're doing a time fact test. Or we're in gym going for the best time. But otherwise, we take our time and we slow down. So we're really going to work on perseverance the whole month of January, sticking with something even when it gets hard. That makes it tougher. Look at this cute glove. It's got a dinosaur on it. This was found in the first grade hallway, and it was found before school started this morning when I was walking back to buses. Somebody walked down the hallway, had that cute glove, but Mrs. Lacefield wasn't sure who the student was that dropped it. It was a boy. I know that. So if this is your missing glove, please come to the office and collect it. Congratulations to the cast and crew of Wonder, our spring play that Mrs. Andrews is sponsoring. So congratulations to the following cast members: Georgia Carr, Elizabeth Woods, Jocelyn Adams, Parker Willis, Hope Northrup, Mackenzie Spongberg, Isabella Kepi, Isabella Soper, Sophia Sacristan, Bella Whitaker, Tristan Dodson, Emma Losi, Abby Wilson, Savannah Seal, Bailey Browning, Clarissa Allen, and Emily Broughton. We also have a lot of people that are going to be working backstage helping this production go on. They are stagehands or they're in charge of props. We've got Solomon from 2nd grade, Isabella Sacristan, Levi Bruner, Andrew Hanna, Callie Taylor, Hunter Parton, Claire Canada, and Ryan Ramsey. So it's going to take a lot of people to put on that play Wonder. And I think practice maybe starts today after school for some of you. I haven't looked at the calendar today. So anyway, perseverance, sticking with something even when it gets hard, grit. Don't give up. Give it your best, okay? Ignore those negatives. Here we go. Let's do a moment of silence. So let's stand, push your chair into a moment of silence. Now our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good job. And now our creed. I wonder how many of you remember this creed, since we haven't said it since last year. We'll see. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. You know, new year, new you. Stop yourself before you say something mean. I will only say positive things about myself and others. Wouldn't it be a nicer place if we were all nice to each other? Let's try that. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. Before I get off announcements this morning, I just wanted to give you a reminder that when someone asks you to do something, your response should be, okay. If someone says you'll have to wait just a minute to go get that Kleenex, you say, okay. If someone says, I need for Johnny to stand in front of you in line, you say, okay. Remember, kindness. Be nice to each other. Accept things with a simple response of, okay. And tomorrow, I would like to have some of Mrs. Kinsey's kindergarten students in the studio to help me with announcements. So Mrs. Kinsey, if you could send 5 or 6 kiddos down at about 7:40, I would love to have them on announcements for the rest of the week. Make it a great day in the Webb. Make sure you persevere and that you're nice to each other. Remember to say okay. And as always, make sure you're doing it right.